Hello everyone, Spider-Man and I are here, the Avengers are here, even Charles Spurgeon is here. We want to talk to you about your research paper and SafeAssign, how to use that service that we offer to you on Blackboard. SafeAssign is a service by which you can submit your paper and it will run it through its database. It will respond with a report that shows you how much of your paper is found in their database of other papers. The reason this is helpful is it will highlight for you the material that is copied from some other source. Now, often this is footnotes and bibliography, and of course that is acceptable and to be expected. Often this is quoted material where you have inserted material in quotation marks and you have cited it in a footnote. This also is acceptable and expected. But it will show you if you have copied too much material, because I want you to be doing research, yes, but I want you to be assimilating it and then giving it back to me in your own words. Okay, so that's very important. I will be looking also at your paper through SafeAssign to be sure that there's not too much material that is taken from your resources. And of course, we want to avoid plagiarism. And so SafeAssign is a service to you as well as to me to avoid that. Okay, so I want to show you how to find this service on Blackboard and then how to use it. Okay, so let's go. All right, when you go to your Blackboard, you will see your opening page. You'll scroll down to assignments and you'll click on assignments and you'll find where it says SafeAssign first draft. All right, so click on that, and over here you'll see at the bottom it says view assessment. Now that's a strange prompt for what you want to do, but you will be viewing SafeAssign's assessment of your paper. So you click on that prompt and notice in the center it says add content. So click on add content, then look for the icon of a paperclip for an attachment. All right, so we'll click on that. You will then find your paper. All right, I've got a paper called Tertullian, and I'm going to submit that. I'm going to save it. All right, and then click on submit. And I'm going to click on submit again. All right, and so it will take a few minutes to process. All right, so let me talk to you a little bit more, and then we'll go back and check on the assessment and see how well I did. All right. Let's talk a minute about the content of your paper. All right, because I'm going to be looking for certain aspects in your paper. First of all, because this paper is short, you need to be careful to balance it. Many times a student who writes a biography will get bogged down in the early years of your subject's life. All right, his birth date, his childhood, his education. All of this is fine, but we don't want to spend that much time on your subject's early life because you don't have many pages to talk to me about what I really want to know. That is, why is your subject important about the person's life and ministry and writings? All right, so be careful that you keep it balanced. All right, every paper should begin with an introduction. This introduction is not when this person was born. No, this introduction tells your reader why your subject is an important person to read about. You don't want to give it all away, but you do want to at least introduce that person to your reader in such a way that your reader wants to read about him or her. Okay, of course, it might be a research topic, a movement, or something else, and so it's the same principle there. Um, After a brief introduction, then your next section will be life and ministry, or life and works. All right. Just briefly discuss the birth date, um, small amount of attention given to early childhood and education, and then move quickly into the ministry, the writings, the important material about your subject. This is the body of your paper, and this will be where you spend most of your time giving most of your information about your research. All right, so then you'll probably wrap up this section with a death date, okay, and then you'll move into a conclusion. The conclusion then will be a summary of your subject, and especially the legacy, what followed after this person's life or this movement's events. All right, and so the conclusion will be a conclusion to your paper. However, you're not finished. You then will give a heading, application, and then I want you to tell me how you can apply what you have learned to your life and ministry. Okay, this will be similar to the application points that you've been writing all along. You can say, this is what I have learned, this is how I'm going to apply it to my life and or my ministry. Here are some possible illustrations for a sermon or a Bible study. All right, you know the drill. You know what I'm looking for in terms of an application point. But I want you to be sure and include an application point in your paper. Okay, so again, your paper will have this broad idea as an outline. All right, introduction, life and ministry, writings, works, something like that. Then conclusion, and then an application point. All right, very good. I hope that is helpful in terms of your writing this paper. All right, give me just a second. All right, now we're back at SafeAssign first draft, and we're going to look and see what we learned from the originality report. Okay, click on attempt 1, and you'll find the originality report. Let's click there. High risk. All right, this shows 41% of my paper was has been found in the database of SafeAssign. Now, why is mine so high? Well, let's look and see. Let's look at additional content. And here is the paper, and you'll see the highlighted material. Okay, so we've got a name, and then look, mostly we have footnotes. Eusebius, the ante-Nicene literature, so on and so forth. The highlights are all included in my footnotes. Here's a quotation mark. I mean, a quotation that I have quoted accurately and footnoted. Here's another quotation. What indeed has Athens to do with Jerusalem? But again, it is a legitimate quotation that is noted and cited. All right, so on and so forth. So we keep looking, and you'll see that the highlighted material is all footnotes, and then we get into my bibliography, and it is extensive. All right, and so when I see that the highlighted material is all footnotes and bibliography and correctly cited quotations, then I am not concerned. All right, so did you see how that works? I hope I didn't go through it too quickly. I just wanted to show you how SafeAssign works on your behalf, and it also works on my behalf as well. So you've seen how to find SafeAssign on Blackboard. You've seen how to submit your paper and how to find your originality report. Most of the time it's going to be less than 40%. Mine was very high because I had such a large bibliography and so many footnotes. All right, so yours probably will be 30% or less. But again, SafeAssign will tell you what the concerns are and if you should be concerned. So I hope that's helpful, and I hope that you will use SafeAssign for your benefit to avoid plagiarism. Okie doke. So keep working on your research papers, and I look forward to seeing them next Monday, all right, before midnight. All right, God's blessings to you. We'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye.